Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again this weekend. Wanted to apologise for missing the Wednesday upload. It's been a very busy week. This time of year everyone's getting really busy. I'm no longer employed. Yahoo! I'm not sure why I'm happy about that, but it means I have a lot more free time to do this kind of stuff in the future. So I hope you guys stick around. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a movie that I watched during the week, and that was Mortal Engines. So let's get this title sequence out of the way and boom. So, Mortal Engines. It was a book that Peter Jackson bought the rights to in 2009 and actually got the go-ahead to start developing it or start filming it in 2016. So it took him quite a while to convince people to actually invest in this film. I can see why there was a lot of apprehension, because it is a massive task to build this world, and that's something that Peter Jackson does really well. He adapts the written word and actually builds the world so convincingly. Every little small detail you can tell that all the work has gone into it. So obviously, whatever I have to review about the movie, like, I have to give them kudos for what they did with the set design and the production design. So it was actually really good. But what's the story about? So the story is a revenge story. It follows the character Hester Shaw, who is the main character, who is seeking revenge on the death of her mother, who was murdered by Thaddeus, who is a mad scientist, basically. And everyone lives in these giant cities that roll around on tank treads. So when I was watching it, I was thinking it was like cities on rollerblades, because that's what we do in the future, apparently. And it's set 1,000 years in the future after some cataclysmic event, which always happens. I was really, like, I got involved with the story pretty early on. Like, I really did enjoy watching it. There were some things that I thought could have been gone away with, like some characters, like Tom. Like, the moment he got introduced, I'm like, do we really need this guy? There's probably a lot more interesting stuff going on around Hester than there is on this dude. I know they do meet up and partner through the entire film, but he doesn't really add much to the story. He's basically just a sounding board where she can tell her story and do flashbacks, which brings up the other really good character, other than Hester Shaw, Shrike, who is the resurrected man. So he's like a T-3000 Terminator, basically. But his backstory is that he was a human that decided to convert to a mechanical being, I guess. And it's a really touching story between him and Hester Shaw about how she's dealing with the pain of the death of her mother, or witnessing the death or the murder. And he's trying to, and he can tell that she's sad, so he offers to turn her into a cyborg as well, so she can forget her pain and live on forever, basically. So I thought that was a really interesting story, and it didn't touch on it enough, in my opinion. Like, for example, I know it's probably different in the books, but if Shrike had lived until the end, and had been, by the way, spoilers obviously, Hester Shaw's father just happens to be Thaddeus, the bad guy, which gets told at the very last minute of the film, and it doesn't really have the impact that I think they wanted it to have. Anyway, getting off topic, but if Thaddeus had gone up against Shrike, that would have been awesome. Like, that could have been the end battle scene, and that would have been a way more meaningful death for Shrike than what we got on Skyhaven, where he just collapses and you never see him again. That would have been an awesome ending for that character. It would, like, adoptive father versus evil real father, and Hester torn between the two of them. That would have been amazing. That would have been a great end to the story, and I think it would have had more impact. But apart from that, like, the film, it's beautiful. It's well filmed. The effects are amazing. Yeah, the world building is just incredible. But what really lets it down is some of the character development, or lack of. So yeah, I can see why it's getting savaged by critics at the moment. There's a lot of bad reviews out there, but I think that's a bit harsh. It is a Peter Jackson film after all, and he can't do no wrong in mine, except for maybe The Lovely Bones. Anyway, great film. Definitely not for everyone, but I recommend everyone seeing it in the cinemas because it is a spectacle film. You can't really have the same impact at home watching it at home when it does come out on DVD or Blu-ray. It's definitely a cinema film to watch, just like Avatar would be. It wouldn't have the same impact at home, would it? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that really short, minor review. I'm on my own for a little bit longer until V gets back from overseas, but I will actually be going overseas too, so you will hear from me. We will be uploading videos in the meantime, but if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.